Hi, this is Potty here, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing something different, which is the Marvel MCU rankings. So, over lockdown last year, I watched all of the Marvel MCU films, and I really enjoyed them. I really did, and saw everyone in order, in release order, that is. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. But anyway, here's my list. And I have grouped them into a few, groups. So let's have a look at those groups now. So they are the Iron Man films, the Captain America films, the Thor films, the Avengers films, Guardians of the Galaxy films, the Ant-Man films, Spider-Man films, and some miscellaneous, as of the recording of this video, standalone films. And here is the ranking. So I've got 1, 2, 3 trilogies, 1, 2, 3 duologies, and two quadrilogies. So the first trilogy are the Iron Man films 1, 2, and 3. Then we have Captain America: The First Avenger, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Captain America: Civil War, then Thor, Thor: The Dark World, and Thor Ragnarok. Then we've got Spider-Man: Homecoming and Spider-Man: Far From Home, Avengers, or Avengers Assemble, as is also known in the UK, Avengers: Age of Ultron, Avengers: Infinity War, Avengers: Endgame, then Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then finally we've got these miscellaneous films, which is Hulk, or the Incredible Hulk rather, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, and Captain Marvel. Now, I have chosen one film from each of these groups to take part in this sort of World Cup, as it were. But that means there's not going to be many, so I had to choose very wisely. And just before we start on this, these are my personal opinions. Please don't take them too seriously. Okay, starting with the Iron Man ones, it wasn't going to be Iron Man 2. Although it did add some things to the MCU, it wasn't the strongest storyline. Iron Man was quite good, I have to admit, but I think Iron Man 3 is my favourite out of all of them. Next, with the Captain America films, it was a really tough decision because I like all of them. And I really like all of them, actually. But the one which clinched it for me was Civil War, because that had the most action. With the Thor films, it wasn't easy for Thor Ragnarok. However, I did really like the first Thor, and then the Thor: The Dark World wasn't up to scratch, really. With the Spider-Man films, there isn't much to choose between them, but I went with Homecoming because I just enjoyed it more, and didn't think it was as weird, to be honest. With the Avengers films, now, it wasn't going to be Age of Ultron because that's my least favourite. Avengers Assemble, I thought was okay. Well, actually, it was quite good, but it doesn't hold up to Infinity War and Endgame. And I have to say, out of those two, it was the toughest decision, but I went with Endgame. Next, we have Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and this was a tough one because there isn't much to choose between them either, but I went with Volume 2, again, because I enjoyed it the most, and same with Ant-Man. Now, with the final ones, Doctor Strange and Black Panther, I think, are my two favourites out of those two. The Incredible Hulk, I thought, was better than some people gave it credit for, and then Captain Marvel, I just think, lacked certain something. I mean, it's good that you've got a female protagonist, and it's good that females are being represented more in the superhero movie genre, as we saw in a scene in Avengers Endgame. But I think that Doctor Strange and Black Panther really are the two best, but I only had to choose one of them. But I went with Black Panther because Black Panther I really, really enjoyed. Anyway, on to round 2. Oh, and this is how they. Sorry, this is where the linkings I did. So, Thor 3 versus Captain America 3, Iron Man 3 versus Captain America 3, Thor 3 versus Spider-Man, Avengers 4 versus Guardians Volume 2, and Ant-Man versus Black Panther. And now it's on to round 2. Well, when I say round 2, I mean the second part. And as you can see, it is laid out more like how you would expect something in the World Cup or whatever. But anyway, I am going to match, as I said, Iron Man 3 with Captain America Civil War, Avengers Endgame with, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Thor Ragnarok versus Spider-Man Homecoming, Ant-Man and Black Panther. Now, this is where I began to think about it, because with Captain America 3 versus Civil War, I just thought it has to be Iron Man 3. Although Captain America Civil War is really, really good, I just thought that Iron Man 3 was really good as well, if not better. I just liked it a bit more. I know some people don't like it, but I do. That's my opinion. Enough. But yeah, with Avengers versus Guardians of the Galaxy, I just thought, well, it has to be, well, it's easy, really. No, I'm jumping ahead of myself, I believe. Am I? Yes, I am. I beg your pardon. Anyway, yeah, Thor Ragnarok versus Spider-Man, I think is next. And it was an easy winner for me, Thor Ragnarok, because it's just most like the comics and most represents the comics with all its colours and whatever, and it's just really, really good, and I love Korg. I really do. But yeah, anyway, now back to where I was. Avengers Endgame versus Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and it just had to be Avengers Endgame, because I just loved Avengers Endgame. I cried during that, and if a film or play makes me cry, then it's got my official seal of approval immediately. No questions asked. But with Ant-Man versus Black Panther, I enjoyed them both, but definitely Black Panther is the best. Now, next we have Iron Man versus Thor Ragnarok, and the winner of that, I thought, had to be Thor Ragnarok. I mean, it is a better film than Iron Man 3, because Iron Man 3 does lack that certain thing compared with Thor Ragnarok. But anyway, now with Avengers Endgame versus Black Panther, this is where I got really tricky, because although I love Avengers Endgame, but I also love Black Panther as well, and they're both different films, and they're really different. But I'm going to the one which made me cry the most. Avengers Endgame. Honestly, I felt like applauding at the end, because it was just so good, and it wrapped up the whole saga, the Infinity Saga, in a really, really nice way. But yeah, Black Panther is still an amazing film, and as are pretty much all of these, actually. So, but I'm not saying that any of them are absolutely awful. I'm just saying that these are my favourites. But anyway, the final round, Thor Ragnarok versus Endgame. And this one for me had to be Endgame, because it's just more epic and things like that. If Taika Waititi had done Endgame, I would have been happy. But the Russo brothers did a fantastic job of it anyway. But yeah, that is it. The next slide is basically a more detailed version of what you see here, or a clearer version, I should say. So there you go, with the winners in the sort of yellow boxes. And yeah, I don't know what else to say really, but yeah, Avengers Endgame is my favourite out of all of the MCU films, and that's a fact. But I did really enjoy watching them all, and and it is now one of my favourite film franchises. And I just love it to pieces. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and also hit the bell icon if you enjoyed the video. And also, please follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more updates. And I shall hopefully be back fairly soon for another video. And yeah, and oh, I don't know. I'm training off now. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again fairly soon. Thank you.